Hey everybody, welcome back to Supercard. I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to get this thing to work again. And I think I've got it working now. But how, you can see that it's moving right now. None of that was actually happening. It would freeze pretty often and then my whole computer would start acting weird. So I figured last night, okay, I'll just open it up in what I used to record with on Droid 4X. I'll play the game on that. It's better than nothing. No, it doesn't work. Lost all my data on that somehow, and now I can't download anything. So I've been spending a lot of time trying to figure this out. So you can see Phoenix Fire is the person I played in my King of the Ring in Game 1. If we go all the way down, all the way to Game 15, they're all bots, and the Stone Cold picture gives it away, so there's only me and one other human, so hopefully we can get through this. I don't have any bouts to play right now in Road to Glory because I've been trying to figure it out, and I didn't want to miss out on any time, so I just played anyways. So we got a lot of WrestleMania pros in there now. That Dean Ambrose is there just to kind of level him up, get some play levels on him. That's all that he's really in there for. And I guess we'll talk about some fusions now. Now that they have officially been announced, this Sunday, the 22nd, we are getting fusions. But only up to Survivor tier. So it's kind of like what I predicted before, where I thought it was they weren't going to they weren't going to include whatever the highest tier was, because then, just it's to speed people up to get to WrestleMania tier so that they can get more people playing it, maybe get more people spending, because now that more people can go for the event cards, people will spend to get them, because the person whose deck tier is in Epic most is not going to spend in ring domination, because the highest they can get is a legendary, and that they don't really want to spend for that. Whereas someone who's up in Survivor tier who really wants that WrestleMania card will spend to get that WrestleMania card. Same for Road to Glory, because with how many more points you need for the WrestleMania cards and the event cards, people will spend so they can get them. There are people that can get them for free, so yeah, it doesn't really affect them. The biggest concern from people are the event cards going to be, are the fusion cards going to be stronger than the event cards? So there is a blog post where they talk about it, and they said no, the cards are not going to be more powerful than the event cards, so they can beat them in tactical situations. So what that's telling me is it can beat them if they proc, and that's how they're going to be able to beat the event cards. So what I think it is these cards are going to be very balanced and just a little bit worse than the event cards. I'll go into the my cards section now, and I'll kind of talk about how I think it is going to work. So let's go to my cards, Survivor. So, like my Undertaker here, with the exception of speed, it's pretty... Ooh, shouldn't see that. With the exception of his speed, it's pretty balanced. Like, charisma's close to 26, power's close to 27, toughness is over 27, or maybe the closest thing it could be. I haven't leveled up this AJ all the way. Let's see if I can get him all the way to max, because this is what I believe the cards will be. Oh damn, will be closer to at max level. I don't want to use one of these enhancements. No, I'm not going to. Whatever. Because when they're at max level, they're pretty much all their stats are around 2600, which still beats every Survivor Pro, because it's just so balanced. And that's what I think the event cards are going to be. Like, you're not going to have one with toughness that's over 3,000 or anything. They're not going to have a single stat that high, but they're going to be maybe on average they all hit 2,800. So with a proc, they can beat some of the cards. Like if they're at, like my Undertaker, even if it procs in power and toughness, it's not going to beat my event Undertaker in toughness. And so I think in certain situations they just won't be able to beat the cards depending on how you built them. John Cena's probably going to beat pretty much every fusion card, so we don't know who the fusion cards are yet. I guess either they'll reveal some to us before Sunday, or we'll get some, we'll just find out on Sunday. So, but how are the fusions going to work? So it's a combination of the fusion chamber from season 1 and the loyalty fusion chamber. So it's not just, you need 3 common cards to make the common fusion, and then all the way, eventually, you needed 2 epics, a legendary, a survivor, and like a WrestleMania card or whatever, just to make some of these fusions. So that's how it works. Like the loyalty fusion chamber, it's based off points. The cards, depending on the rarity of the card, it's worth X amount of points. Like let's just say, for example, survivor is worth 1,000. Legendary 500, epic 250, whatever. So for the very first one, for the common fusion, let's say you require 100 points to make this fusion. And so you put in 10 common cards. They're all worth 10 each. That adds up to 100. Then you can start cooking the fusion. And then how it works, like season 1 fusion chamber, you can't move on to the next one until you put, so you've done the common fusion, you want to move on to an uncommon fusion. One of the cards that you were putting in to be cooked has to be the common fusion. So it's not like you can just build straight away go to survivor fusion. You still got to work your way through. The cards are going to be useless to me, but I'm still going to continue doing fusions. 1, it'll clear up a lot of card space, and 2, I want to have as many survivor fusions that I can get before the WrestleMania fusions come out, and then I can just boom, start loading them into there, because that's what I ended up doing in season 1 when you knew that it was coming. Oh no, it has frozen now. Oh well, I'll just finish my thought, and then I guess I'll just stop it. But that is good that it actually made it this far. I didn't think it was going to do that. Like, I started building up my fusions, the survivor solos, so that I could get as many as I could into to make WrestleMania fusions, and it worked out in the end because I made a lot. Yeah, see, it's frozen out on me. Oh well. But yeah, got through 8.5 minutes of it, so that's more than I could have asked for, really. I'm gonna have to try and find something new if it's gonna keep doing this. But anyways, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Please take care. Oh, it's doing this thing again where it just